Hello everyone and welcome back to another Rise of Kingdom video. My name is Legend Ronnie and today I'm going to talk about Trajan in Sunset Canyon because personally I believe that it is the best place where you can test out and try out this commander because it is a 5 versus 5 environment, and Trajan is a commander that helps your team by buffing them with skill damage increase, and he is also a very defensive commander. So I've done a couple of tests already. I've done on the previous video. I'm gonna make sure to post a card on the top. The results weren't what I expected. It was the first day I had the commander. As you noticed, now I got the commander to level 60. So I'm gonna go ahead through my history and I'm gonna show you my results of today. The attacks that I had against me and my defenses, and also the attacks that I have done. So going through the history and scrolling all the way back, I took my revenge against MD, and I suppose this player attacked me. So this defense, as you see on the right side, was when Trajan is not level 60 yet. Now, to tell you the truth, I don't like this setup, even though I won on this defense and some of the previous defenses, which apparently they are lost, because when Trajan is popping his skill, it's same that's Joan, and because those are primary skills, you don't get double rage restoration from Joan of Arc and Trajan in the same time. So it would be best if you try to synchronize them. The Trajan goes first and then Joan of Arc goes second, and that would be the best way. So Trajan needs to be first. That's why I also got him to level 60. After that, I think this is when I got him to level 60. Yes, as you're noticing in the back, he is level 60, and I use him with Hannibal Barca. Honestly, it was surprisingly good with Hannibal Barca, and I'm not sure how is there a 42,500 heal from that Athelflaed on MD side, but hey, that's some pretty big heal. So I switch on going Athelflaed with Constantine and Trajan with Barca. On this attack, I had all my 5 marchers surviving. I suppose the RNG was on my side, and this is something that you need to keep in mind regarding the Sunset Canyon. If you're winning like 70% of the defenses, if you're getting attacked and you're winning like 70%, that's a good defense. That's a good lineup. You cannot win all of them. This is something that you need to keep in mind about Sunset Canyon. As much as I boggled my mind about it, maybe at some point equipment will pay out and make such a huge difference in the Sunset Canyon, and then you can probably win even more. But you cannot have 100% win rate unless you're in a dead kingdom and there's just probably 10 people active in the kingdom, or I don't know. But in general, if you're in a good kingdom with people that know what they're doing in the Sunset Canyon, you cannot have a 100% win rate lineup, at least from what I've noticed when all the commanders are available. So take all the things in consideration, not because you're in KVK1 or KVK2 and Richard and Charles Martel dominate and so on. Now going on to the second attack, my Trajan and Barca died, and same did my YSG and Mehmed, but I still triumphed because when I attack his solo march is Charles Martel with Harald, and Artemisia and Ramses is just kicking really hard on Charles Martel and Harald. They beating them really good. And then I attack someone else because he became rank 1. I attack Rogue, and there you have it. This time my Trajan and Barca survived, but unfortunately my YG and Mehmed died, and I don't know why. I still done more damage than his YG and Mehmed, but he still died. The only thing that I would change to this lineup that I have right now is probably Mehmed, and try to put Nebuchadnezzar. So if I would have Nebuchadnezzar and YSG would be it. And after that, I have another attack over here with Trajan, and again, those 2 marches died, but I still won. And then I won again, this time with 5 marches. So I think the RNG was again on my side on this one. And then I attacked Rogue again, and surprisingly I was left with 1 march. Then I attacked MD again, 3 marches again. Trajan and Barca died, YSG and Mehmed died as well. So that was 7 successful attacks of today after I got Trajan to level 60. And now these are defenses that we're gonna look into it. So I got attacked by this player, and I was left with 4 marchers. Let's see, how did he attack me? I think he went with 1 march on the top and 4 marches on the bottom. Oh no, he went head on. When someone attacks like this, I just call it like going head on. You know, just face on. So he done pretty well. He used his Guan Yu to try to silence my YSG as far as I see, and that didn't work so well. That his Guan Yu got demolished, probably equipment wise, but my Trajan is also getting demolished. So this is a big problem that I have noticed so far in all my defenses. Even though it has like 131,000 troops, Trajan and Barca is still not enough. I mean, one is almost dead. So when my Trajan is almost dead, this is as surprising as it can be, but he's like getting stronger for some reason. I've noticed in all the fights. Look at that. So he's still standing. Like that 4th skill of Trajan that is stacking his defense, I guess at some point it stacks so much defense. Yeah, so that was it. So this is a very interesting attack. So you see the player attacking me: Max, Richard and Charles, Constantine and John Max, Ethelfled, YSG Max, Guan Yu, Alex, Artemisia and Ramses. So they are all Max legendaries. Probably equipment might have a difference, but as a note, when I've done my yesterday video and I've done those tries, the reason I was using Ethelfled with Trajan and mostly Cavs is because my legendary Cav equipment was on Ethelfled. So it made sense that I put most of the troops cavalry. But now obviously I change and it's just infantry and archer. So I have 3 infantry equipments on Trajan, Ethelfled and Guan Yu, and I have 2 archer equipments on Artemisia and YSG. Now I'm gonna show this replay because you can tell by the amount of troops that this is gonna be a hilarious replay. So I'm not saying that he attacked me wrong, he attacked me right, but just so you can understand what a good synergy or a good RNG means. So he went 4-on-1 and he sent his Richard and Charles Martel, which is very good options to send. Obviously I'm trying to, my marches are trying to demolish his Richard and Charles Martel as fast as possible. My Artemisia goes down because it's 4 marchers against her, so not much she can do. And there you have it. By the time his Richard died, my marchers still has rage. Now watch as this synergy. So Trajan is doing his primary skill when YSG is doing his primary. I'm not sure if you noticed that. So when my marchers, my nuking marchers were doing their skill, they were all buffed by the Trajan. I think that's synergy, right? Not coordination. So that synergy was really perfect, right? It was insane. I watched that replay and I was like, I just demolished his 4 marches from a couple of AoEs. That was insane. So it was just, let's say, good luck. And then I was attacked by Lion. On this one, Trajan and Barca survived. My Guan Yu and Alex died and done almost no kills, and that's because he sent his Guan and Leonidas, which generate more rage. They are more tanky. It means that they lose less troops. So my Guan Yu and Alex got demolished. My Ethelfled, but one mistake that he didn't take in consideration was leaving my YSG and Mehmed alone with Trajan and Barca. So noticing the damage and the devastation that my YSG and Mehmed has caused. He did send his Saladin and YSG, but it was not enough. Then I got attacked by Farouk, which honestly it is a weird setup, but I used to lose the way he's attacking me. So he's using 2 archer setups, Edward and YSG, Ramses and Tomiris, Constantine and John of Arc like everyone else, Guan and Leonidas, and then Richard and Saladin. I'm not sold about Richard and Saladin, but if you look at my Ethelfled and Constantine, they did got debuffed by his Saladin, which means that I didn't fully healed with my Ethelfled because it doesn't have any Alex in there. So it was only Saladin, the only march that could have debuffed my Constantine. So watching the replay, this is another way how you can attack if you have like two super strong marches. So he went with Constantine on the top because he knew that Constantine survives the longest, and once his Richard is down, my marches would have gone on Constantine. So he went with 3 marches to try to demolish my Artemisia, and he is actually doing it because the debuffs, look at that. 1 skill from Edward with the debuffs on my Artemisia and Kaputski. But this is one thing that he didn't took in consideration, not the tax, definitely not the tax, is that my YSG being buffed by Trajan and Barca debuffing at the same time, that's pretty devastating. And now the AoE, I mean my AoE is real, so he's going down pretty fast. I still have buffs, he doesn't have buffs. And Kaputski for him. After that, MD tried to get his revenge, and I'm not sure why he didn't use the same setup. So that's 5, 6, he attacked me 7 times. Only 1 time he attacked me like this. He probably want to see how he can beat me. So I'm gonna show you how he attacked the first time. So let's see if he sent his Charles Martel and Harald against my Artemisia. I'm really curious about that. Oh no, he actually went 4-on-1 on this one. So his first try was trying to cause as much damage as possible. Yep, there you go. The 3 axes going away. Yeah, just trying to trim as many troops as possible while demolishing my Artemisia. So I demolished his Charles Martel faster than he... Oh no, it was about the same time. I think we both lost the rage. Yeah, it looks like it. It looks like we both lost the rage. But Charles and Harald is a good way how you can take down a lot of troops. They're doing a lot of counterattack and AoE in the same time because he can pop his axes right at the beginning. Yeah, I suppose the debuffs from Barca helps a lot. The well, not buffs, it's kind of just debuffs. Yeah, it's damage and defense debuffs for 5 seconds. That's why I keep him around. That was his second, and this is no, that was his first, my apologies. And this is his second attack, and this is the one where he won. So he used Adin and Takeda is the only march that can take down Artemisia and Ramses, because they also heal, even though Ramses cancels heal, but they heal a little bit. And they are calves, and they are kind of, you know, putting a lot of damage. Plus, they are defensive. They are defensive, very good against skill damage. Sadin and Takeda. So there you have it. The first time he won, and I believe he just want to know the synchronization of how he can beat me. That's why I also changed my lineup already. I put Joan of Arc instead of Barca, in case he tries tomorrow something different. So he has a little bit of struggle until he finds out. I can still put Mehmed, no, not Mehmed, Julius Caesar. So there's still plenty of combinations that I can try. But I really want to see with Joan of Arc how it's going to work. I like with Barca, like I said, I'm winning a lot. Replay it real quick just so you can see how he attacked my lineup. Yeah, he sent his Guan and Alex against my Guan and Alex. And Richard and Harald to do as much back damage as possible. And heal and debuff in the same time with YSG and Mehmed to try to take my YSG down and the other marchers, helping Guanyus. There's nothing wrong. That was a very good way of attacking. So this was just a trial for him to see how is the best way to attack me, I guess. The other ones were just try out to see how he can defend against me. Because once he won, I'm pretty sure he knew how he can win, even though it's pretty marginal, just 40,000 troops left. But then the way he attacked me, he just wanted to test out how he can defend against me if I attack him tomorrow, for example. So that's why it's all these victories, because he never used the same lineup or the same type. I've checked all of them. For example, on this one, I win with all 5. So he probably just tested to see if he can beat me by any chance. And then I got one-time attack by July 9, and it was pretty devastating. You saw the points loss. She is a big fan of YSS. I mean, YSS does have a 2000 nuke on single target, and I guess it's definitely working on taking down some of the targets. Guan and Alex and Constantine and Mulan. That is a max Mulan over there. It looked like it worked pretty well. And Charles Martel and Leonida. So the way she attacked was going 1 against 4. Yes, 1 against 4. This is why I also put Joan of Arc as a second. It seems that, you know, Barca debuffing is not all the time very beneficial. I mean, it works, it definitely worked. But now I want to see how Joan of Arc performs. And I'm definitely going to mention about it in one of the videos and so on. So it's pretty equal right now. It's a 4-on-4. And I'm kind of starting with Rage, I guess. But it's probably all about that YSS hitting very strong. 2000 nuke with 50% skill damage from YSG and so on. Yeah, look at that, my Ethelfed. And his Constantine is still standing. It's like my Trajan and Barca are not doing any debuffs. My Guan and Alex. Yeah, my YSG as well. Probably RNG was involved a lot in this one. Who knows? Can't really tell. Yeah, 2 of my matches, look at, are already down. And now it's very favorable for me because my YSG is not being targeted. And the Trajan is already in battle for a very long time, so he goes down pretty hard. I believe with Joan it probably will be even better. So yeah, that's the loss as well. I'm still rank 1. Let's see who else is gonna attack me. And I do have 2 chargers, but I'm usually keeping that for the last day. So that's about it, and this is the lineup that I'm doing right now on my Trajan and Joan of well, on my Trajan lineup, so to speaking. And if this fails, I think the only thing that I can change is putting Adelfled second to Trajan and going Constantine and Joan, or going Trajan and Julius Caesar. That can also be another way I can try. And obviously, like I was mentioning, if you get Nebuchadnezzar instead of YSG, that's definitely even better, having a Nebuchadnezzar YSG. Guan Yu, not sure if you can replace it, but you definitely need Guan, Alex, you know, as much buffs, debuffs, and so on. Probably the solo march can be replaced with, I don't know, something stronger. I think a Saladin and William could also be solid instead of Artemisia. I think one-on-one Saladin and William, or maybe Chandra and William. But I think Chandra and William is too squishy if he gets swarmed. At least a Saladin and William would last longer if he gets swarmed. We don't want something that just melts as a solo march. That would be just my thought. So plenty of options that you can do, and Trajan is definitely working. I just needed to find, you know, the right place, combinations, and so on. That's pretty much about it. I just want to show that he's also really good in Sunset Canyon. He works, and most likely he will excel very, very well on the field battles. I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna be very happy with him added into my 5 marches as extra buffs to my marches and extra debuffs, which is definitely something I'm looking forward to see how fast a march will go down when I swarm it. Until next time, this is your boy Jeroni signing off. Peace out, yo, and take care. See you on the next one, and stay safe out there, my friends.